Thousands hit the pavement today in a march of solidarity during the historic Randall Fox Labor Day Parade. And the National Trade Union Congress talks about the way forward for the labor movement. The Bahamas Tonight starts now.
Now in HD. ZNS Network presents The Bahamas Tonight. This segment of the news is brought to you by BTC, powered by Lime.
An historic day for the country as we celebrate the first ever Randall Fox Labor Day. Thousands of workers came together for a common cause, and Charisma Robinson was at the historic parade, which began on Windsor Park and ended on Clifford Park with a rally.
For the Fox family, the parade was a sign of unification, just the way Sir Randall would have wanted, and that makes them proud.
It's a very happy time for me. After a nice long wait.
We're extremely grateful, and I feel very, very good for him. You know, it's a monumental legacy. It started all the way back in the 50s, and when you look at suspension, disbarment, general strike, majority rule, and now this, to God be the glory.
Whether they marched or danced, workers celebrated along with the Fox family the joys of working in a free and democratic Bahamas. Crowds lined the parade route, even the youngest with a Bahamian flag in hand in show of solidarity. Trade Union Congress President Obie Ferguson was among them, and he called it a proud moment.
And if you look, this parade is thousands of people on this parade, and it's indicative of their commitment, what we believe in, what Sir Randall asks us to do, and that is to work for all workers.
And when it comes to labor in this country, Mr. Ferguson says there's still much work to be done.
There are a number of issues we have, but I am satisfied with the Honorable Shane D. Gibson and with the Honorable Cleo Hamilton. We ought to, as a group, we ought to find a way to be fair to the employer, but also be fair to the worker, and even the playing field.
On this Randall Fox Day, though, Labor Minister Shane Gibson says focus is on the workers, regardless of the struggle, as they continue to make the wheels of our economy turn.
I see Labor advancing a lot in the country. They have already accomplished a lot. What I'm most concerned about is that group of workers who are not a part of the organized labor, because they're being taken advantage of every single day. And so I see Labor being able to hold their own. They're now to negotiate, they're now to get recognition, they're now to fight for the rights of workers. But what I think is even more important is those workers who are out there in the vineyard and are being taken advantage of every day. And so once the Industrial Relations Act set the tone as to how workers should be treated, then of course unorganized labor would follow suit. And so I hope that the Employment Act will be able to strengthen it in terms of redundancies, a couple of other areas, health and safety in the workplace. We've passed quite a bit of legislation since coming into office last year, but we still have a lot of work left to be done.
Charisma Robinson, ZNS Network News.
Also today, LaDawn Davis caught up with the head of the National Trade Union Congress to talk about the way forward for the labor movement and also what Bahamians are saying about this historical event.
It's an historical moment trade unionists have been lobbying for quite some time now. A chance for every Bahamian worker to march together officially in the first ever Randall Fox Labor Day Parade. President of the National Trade Union Congress, Jennifer Isaacs-Dodson, says today's march is the start of something great and told us about her expectations for the labor movement over the next 40 years.
I think education and training, particularly of our young persons, is going to be pivotal in carrying on the mandate. They are our foundation, and we must work with the young people in this country for them to understand the importance and the role that the trade union movement played in the national development of the Bahamas. So I think for trade unions, that is what our focus needs to be in the years to come over the next 40, to ensure that we leave a legacy behind for others to continue.
Now, trade unionists were not the only ones enjoying this historical event. From selling independence gear to wearing it, Bahamians from all walks of life displayed what it means to be a Bahamian.
I came out to be patriotic and to represent my country with the Sir Randall Fox 40th Labor Day March. So I came out in my crochet dress with Empress Perscola designed for me like 5 years ago. So I just try to be patriotic and represent for my country.
Hair clips, hair bands, and
clothespins, just to celebrate the independence.
Here first and foremost because it's history in the making. I think that it's time the people of the Bahamas come together and recognize the forefathers of this nation who has made it happen for us. The persons who has given it all, who has sacrificed to make the foundation that we are able to build upon today.
To see everybody together, you know, smiling, marching, and just being happy about this. And I'm happy that they named this parade after a Bahamian.
Trade unionists say even though this year's Randall Fox Labor Day Parade was a successful one, the wheels are now in motion to make next year's parade even better. LaDawn Davis, ZNS Network News.
Well, Prime Minister Perry Christie also participated in today's parade. The nation's chief said he couldn't miss out on the historic event, which celebrates the contributions of Sir Randall to labor development. Mr. Christie says the government will continue to work to ensure that workers in this country are protected.
We have to, on a daily basis, pay attention to labor in the Bahamas and to ensure that workers are protected in their job places. And it's a very, very complex issue because you also have to take into consideration the rights of employers. And so on this day, though, it's a day where we symbolize the working person.
Now, Free National Movement Chairman Darren Cash and a group of party supporters also participated. Mr. Cash says from the beginning, the FNM supported the government's decision to rename Labor Day in honor of Sir Randall. In a show of solidarity, the chairman said he and members of his party put politics aside and chose not to wear party colors, but instead colors of the flag.
He is a true Bahamian hero, and it is important for us to put his name on this parade and to recognize the contribution that he has made. We think it is going to be great for many years from now for young people to hear his name and understand the significant difference he has made in advancing the cause of labor in the country. The labor agenda is unfinished, and so we hope that the unity that we saw displayed, certainly more so than in previous parades, will be carried forward. For our part in the Free National Movement, we were pleased to be able to walk with the workers today, not as a political party, to put down our color red flags and t-shirts and let the people know that we stand shoulder to shoulder with them in moving to advance the cause of labor.
In our first look at weather, feeder bands from post-tropical storm Andrea continues to dump tropical moisture over parts of the northwest Bahamas, and that will continue through parts of tomorrow. At 5 o'clock this afternoon, the center of Andrea was located at 36.1 degrees north, longitude 77.8 west. It is moving towards the northeast at 28 miles per hour, maximum sustained winds of 45 miles per hour. Outside of our studios just now, we have cloudy skies, temperature 84 degrees, relative humidity 79%. Your winds are out of the south-southeast at 8 knots, barometric pressure 1,015.0 millibars, that's 29.97 inches, and it is steady. But stay tuned, the temperatures around the Family Violent Travel and Boating forecast is still to come.
We've got breaking news at this hour as police on the scene of what they are calling the aftermath of an armed robbery. Around 2:40 this afternoon, an armed robbery reportedly occurred at a Kongstad near Zion Boulevard east of Blue Hill Road. Police responded, and after seeing police, the vehicle sped off and crashed in the area of Resurrection Boulevard on East Street. Police arrested 2 men and also recovered 2 handguns. Police say someone has been taken to hospital but did not have any details on the injuries. Eyewitnesses in the area say they heard gunshots, and police say initial reports confirm this. Police say they are investigating the incident and will have more details later on. Well, the body of a female was found unresponsive in waters at Montague Beach this morning. Police say the woman, who has dreadlocks, was found on the shoreline east of the Nassau Sailing Club with multiple stab wounds to the upper body. At present, police are uncertain of the circumstances surrounding this incident and are appealing to anyone with information to please come forward.